Welcome to the BaseCamp Barn project. This episode, we work towards getting our final electrical and plumbing inspections. But will we be successful? Stay tuned to find out. Well, we got our plumbing final inspection kind of processed. We didn't fail. It's a partial, mostly because the bathroom number 2 isn't finished. He also pointed out a couple things that aren't quite correct. He says that the hose for the dishwasher has to be as high as possible. I got some 1 inch or 1.5 inch straps to put it up there to hold it up. He also needs a pressure arrestor on it, and I can't find one at the depot, so I'm going to have to go shopping for that. But most importantly is my trap is too close to the drain exit in the wall. It's almost as high as the outlet here. In fact, it might be a little bit higher than the outlet. So he says this is going to stay full of water and it'll start stinking and doing weird things. So I cut a hole in the back wall to gain access to it. I'm going to start disassembling all of this and taking it out, hence the bowl here to collect residual water. And measuring the trap, I'm going to lower it maybe 4 inches, somewhere in here someplace. So I'm going to have to drill new holes in the sheetrock in the cabinet. And that's probably the proper way to do it. This was my most frustrating thing because the sink we bought is easily 1.5 to 2 inches deeper than what we anticipated, or what I anticipated. So that means that that has to be quite a bit lower in order for all this to work. Lots of fun plumbing. My favorite thing to do, and I'm being sarcastic. So I've got to come down 3 inches. So I got to cut this out and cut this out, put this new one in. Before I do that, I got to put a hole through the sheetrock in the cabinet so I can put the fitting on the other side. And then I've got a coupler here that will put in a short piece. It's going to be fun. It's always fun doing a piece. I hope this can go up just a little bit. 1/2 inch or so to move. We'll see. That'd be very helpful. There we go. Well, another major stepping stone in the project is complete. I just put up the last piece of siding, this corner trim. Other than finding some more nails I gotta paint, cover up, trim is done. I think it looks awesome. Tidied up all of the wiring and insulated the last little bits and pieces for the mini split. So that's ready for inspection tomorrow. We're going to get in our electrical inspection tomorrow. I still have some caulking to do. I went through 10 tubes of caulking and didn't get done. I got to about here. There's my trash pile of tubes. I'm letting the ends dry before I grab them. But corner trim is up here. And everything else is done, man. I think it looks great. Oh, and there's Mom coming home. Woohoo! Well, we failed our first try at our electrical inspection. We had a substitute inspector. He was showing us that we couldn't do a few things. Like the one that we got approved for in the bathroom was this outlet. for a TV up here for Natalie. But it's too close to the shower and it's not high enough. It has to be 8 feet tall, which is like right in here, and 3 feet away, which is probably on this side of the thing. If we swapped it, we'd have been perfect. That was probably one of the more important things. One of the other things was we had to put waterproof fittings on our electrical connections here. It didn't come with it, although it should have. Because it's outside, they needed waterproof fittings here, which this enclosure really isn't sealed. So why do that, I don't know, but that was one of the rules. He didn't like the wires dangling, so we've tied up all the wires right on the other side of the wall here and pushed them up there and made it look tidier. He also didn't like the covers we had for our outdoor electrical boxes, so we have to put these ugly things on. And also our shed, because the electrical panel is connected to the shed, we have to pull a permit for that now. That doesn't really affect the house per se, but that was another problem. And he didn't like the fact that we didn't have a number on our building. But we just got the numbers a couple of days ago, and I've been working on making this plaque for it. So I think that looks pretty good. I think the fire department can find it. Good news. We just passed our plumbing inspection. Yay! So here's what it looks like now inside of here. It's very clean. I got the dishwasher hose wrapped up around the top here like he wanted. And I lowered the drain out of the wall 3.5 inches. So that all works out wonderful. In the bathroom here, we got the sink working. So that's plumbed in, the toilet works, the shower's working. So this bathroom is operational from a plumbing perspective. 4 trips to the hardware store yesterday. Plumbing is one of my banes, I think. You know, it's like, golly, how come you think you have everything and then when you get down to it, you don't? We passed our plumbing. That's a big final to pass. Next up is electrical. So here we are on a Thursday evening. It's the same day we passed our plumbing final. I'm cooking my first dinner in here, other than a pizza that we've done once in a while here in the oven. Got some vegetables cut up, some mushrooms and some onions. Got a little bit of beef going. Got some frozen vegetables we'll throw in there. But this is one of our more favorite hot pot recipes, beef and noodles. So we're just browning some meat. Trying to anyway. It's such a relief to get one of the big things done. That plumbing final is pretty huge in my book. The electricians are saying Monday we'll get an electrical inspection. I'm not worried about that at all. It should pass. So once we get those 2 things done, I'll probably call in for a CO inspection that I don't anticipate getting past the first time, but I would love for him to come in here and say, well, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do that and you got to do that to get to pass. That will give me a little focus to get past, because I really want to get this thing done before Thanksgiving. We've got 3 weeks, but time seems to fly. But technically we're not living in here yet. We're still on the road, still living out of the camper until we get a CO. Certificate of Occupancy, that's what we're after. Happy Thursday, happy passing our plumbing inspection. While we wait for our next inspection appointment, I figured I might as well work on installing some interior doors. Busy day today, busy day. We passed our electrical inspection.
Oh, good job on that.
Yeah, one more step and we'll be ready to move in, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm ready to move in.
Okay. Doggy's ready. Doggy's already moved in, haven't you, pup? As we celebrate the major accomplishment of passing both our electrical and plumbing finals, we realize there's plenty more work to do to be able to pass our Certificate of Occupancy. Tune in next time as we progress towards our goals of moving in. Like and subscribe, and comment below, and we'll see you next time.